How you doing, guys? Hope everyone's keeping well. Please smash the like button and subscribe to Robbie's channel. Be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Robbie asked me to do a video for prediction for next season. Look, Frank's come in. I think many fans have kind of come around to the idea that he's a good appointment, a sensible appointment. I mean, Frank, I think he'd done a great job at Brentford with a small budget. And look, he made them competitive season in, season out, playing in the Premier League. I like Frank. I think it's good that he's got this opportunity to step up. Now, how does that translate coming to Spurs? Like, it's a completely different ball game, completely different pressure. But I think the basics of Frank, we can clearly see that he knows how to set us up a team in a defence and an attack. You know, he likes to switch formations. He adjusts depending on the opponent. And that flexibility is what we're going to need next season, coming across all sorts of sides. I think under Ange, unfortunately, what was probably one of his biggest downfalls, that he wasn't tactically flexible enough. And obviously he did it in the Europa League and won it. But why couldn't he have done that in the Premier League? And with Frank, you know, he will bring that. Look, it's not going to work overnight. You know, it's going to be a bit up and down. You know, these players, you know, they've lost a lot of confidence. We finished 17th in the league. So, look, we've got to get back up that table. We've got to be competitive. We've got to stop those losses. And I think once the players start getting used to Frank's system, that I think we'll see an improvement. Now, obviously, you know, Frank needs some players. This team needs players. Yeah, we need to shift some out as well. I know there's not much activity in the transfer window. We're coming soon to July. Spurs have got to get a move on. Levy comes out and says, you know, he wants to challenge and win the league and Champions League, but then didn't say how and what timescale that was. So look, it's a bit of you know, him coming out and saying that really I don't understand it, because, you know, the past 25 years we've not really done it. I mean, under Poch we were challenging, but again the board did not back Poch to get him over the line with those 2 or 3 star quality players. So look, the board, they need to, you know, start working the transfers. And if you look across the team, I think that we need something in that attack. I do think, you know, if you look last season, our attack scored lots of goals. Lots of goals came from a combination of players. But when I look at that forward line, there's nobody there who really excites me other than Maddison. I think Frank can get more out of these attackers. But I do think we need some kind of something exciting, somebody who can take on a man's. He's got a great pass on him. Fast, skillful. We need that. And, you know, you go away from home and against good sides that, you know, you're going to be under the cosh a bit. You have to sit back, play on the counter. So we need that weapon when we go forward. So I think we need a couple of them, but like realistically, unless we shift more out, I just don't know how many we'll bring in. But that's an essential thing for me. I think that's what we missed last season, that spark, that game-changing player to win you games. And you know, when it's tight, close, and you need somebody to do a bit of magic, that's what we need. Spurs teams of old have always had those type of players, and I think this current squad lacks them. I mean, in midfield, we need a defensive cover, a defensive midfielder, a playmaker, somebody who can set the tempo, somebody who can improve the midfielders that we already have around, and raise their levels of the game as well. I think that's essential. I don't know who that is. There's a lot of decent players in that position out there that we can scout and bring in. And then again, you know, the left back, I feel we need another left back to challenge Udogie. And any players that come in, you know, my opinion and many fans' opinions, that, you know, you want to, you know, do better than what you got there. You want to challenge those first team players to raise their levels of games. So look, a lot depending on this transfer window. Am I convinced the board are going to do it? No, but we will see. There's still time to get those transfers done and get some transfers out. So look, my expectations next season are for Frank, you know, if he can, my minimum expectation would be if we can get 8th, I think that'll be a good start, a good first season. Players getting used to his system, cut out the losses, start seeing something progress throughout the season. There's going to be ups and downs. We're going to lose games. It's not always going to go well. But then I think there's going to be some games which we'll really enjoy and we'll get some great results. You know, the 2 domestic cups, I expect us to be competing in those competitions. And I won't be happy if we get knocked out to a team that I feel we should be beating. if we get knocked out to someone like Liverpool or City, then look, you know, I can take that, because they are better than us, and many teams who finished above us are better than us right now. So look, you have to be realistic with expectations, but I want to, you know, Spurs try and win those two competitions. Champions League's going to be tough, and unless we bring those star quality players in this summer, I mean, you need 2 or 3 of them really, to get out that league format in the Champions League would be great. And then it's knockout football and anything can happen. It's fantastic to be back in the Champions League. We're all excited for it. But again, you know, if we don't bring in the players that can compete in that level of competition, it's going to be a struggle. It really is. And, you know, even though Frank can set up a team well, you know, get the most out of what he has there, there's limitations, right? You know, you see the amount of money on the quality players playing in the Champions League. They're way above us right now. So look, we'll be a proper underdog in that competition. But, you know, under Redknapp, we had an amazing time. Poch, we competed, done fantastically well. Look, you've got to give Frank time. You know, definitely, guys. You know, I don't know what your expectations are for Frank in his first season. Fans will have different opinions. Some will say he must win a trophy because Ange did. Other fans may want us to finish higher in the league than 8th and expect it. Look, guys, give us your thoughts on all what I said. Are you excited for the new season? Are you like me, kind of like, well, we have to see what this transfer window looks like? Look, pre-season will be starting soon. Players are coming back. Football will be back soon. Where we now, end of June. It won't be long, and then that Premier League will be going again. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please smash the like button. Take care of yourselves. And as always, come on, you Spurs.